you do? Don't drop the water, right?
Yep. We've been on the road for 11 hours now, and we're not done. Not yet. I reserved campsites online for tonight and tomorrow, but our final night would be spent out on the Dodson Trail, and those permits can only be issued in person. It's the park's way of making sure hikers are prepared. Out here, rescues are common. With the permit in hand, we set out once again, this time to cache water at the Juniper Canyon Trailhead. Water we wouldn't touch until 2 days from now. This drive should have taken about an hour with a high clearance vehicle and off-road tires. We had neither. I'd been warned it was going to be bad, and they were not wrong. Three long hours later, we finally made it back to pavement. This is the Homer Wilson Ranch, once home to one of the largest cattle operations in Big Bend. Built in the 1940s, the stone ranch house still stands as a glimpse into the rugged life of those who tried to make a living out here in this unforgiving land. Today it marks as the starting point of our journey into the Outer Mountain Loop. I've been making these trips out to Big Bend for over a decade now, and every time the park finds a way to surprise me. This morning it's the red spires rising up all around us, alien shapes that made it feel like we had stepped into another world. The trail rose gradually, and the air was cool enough to keep me right on the edge of shivering. Our spirits were high, but we knew what was coming. 10 miles and 3,300 feet to climb, and our packs heavy with 6 liters of water each. This was going to be a big day. We were finally climbing high enough out of the canyon to see across the desert, Mexico stretching into the horizon, and far in the distance the shadowed walls of Santa Elena Canyon. The climb was getting tough, and the trail was getting more and more challenging. And there was a constant battle inside of, do I drink water now and stay hydrated, or do I hold back, make sure I have enough water for tonight and for the 9 miles tomorrow to get down the Juniper Canyon. The moment we climbed into the Chisos, it felt like we had stepped into an entirely different park. Gone were the stark desert canyons. Now we were surrounded by broadleaf trees painted in rich fall colors. A landscape alive with a completely different kind of beauty. This was my first time on the East Rim. I was excited to finally explore a new corner of a park that I already loved, but I couldn't shake a bit of unease. The temperatures were dropping, and the Chisos are infamous for the relentless wind. I could only hope the night ahead wouldn't turn miserable. There's a certain comfort in setting up camp. The routine, the rhythm, it's a way of creating a familiar home in an unfamiliar landscape. Tonight, though, I needed to work quickly. The air was already sharp with cold, and the temperature was only dropping. The temperature dropped down to 34 degrees overnight. And just as expected, the wind came with it. But to our surprise, we slept soundly. Our camp sat low enough in the valley to be spared the worst of it. While above us, we could hear the gusts tearing across the rim. Down where we were, it was calm, almost peaceful. A group of 4 hit the SOS button on their beacon yesterday. They had crossed the Dodson Trail, became disoriented in Juniper Canyon, overcome by heat exhaustion and dehydrated. They were rescued out of the Juniper Canyon Trailhead, where we were headed. And now, I'm out of water.
Whatever you do, don't drop the water, right?
Yep. I like clean water. So we recently started using Epic water filters every single day at home. The Pure filter not only removes contaminants, but it also gets rid of PFAS and fluoride as well. So our tap water is now cleaner, safer, and it tastes great. Plus we're saving money by cutting out all the bottled water that we were buying. Also, now when I travel, I bring along the OG Ultimate Travel Bottle. I can always have clean water at airports now without having to waste money on all the overpriced water bottles. We've really fallen in love with our filters at home, and we think you will too. Check them out at epicwaterfilters.com and be sure to use code NLN for 15% off your first order. Now let's get back to the Outer Mountain Loop. We were now restocked with water, but the seriousness of this leg of the trip was definitely settling in. Even though it was the 1st of February, it was still alarmingly hot, and now our packs were heavy again. Our plan was to go as far as we safely could, stopping at every rare shade we found. We vowed to give an honest update on how we were feeling and see how much of this trail we could grind out. And that's what the Dodson is. It's a grind. More mountains. Yeah. That's beautiful. Bait. Little did I know that we were going to be setting a personal record for a single day. By the time we got to camp, we had crossed 18 miles. Night 3 always brings a little yearning for home. We were done. We had a long drive back, and we were about to start another work week, so we decided to wake up super early, hit the trail, and get home.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Made it back up to the parking area. Whew, my body is feeling it. Whew, yes. All right. Glad to have that done.
Yes, sir. It's fun, but I'm glad it's over.
Fun. Whew, glad it's over with. It's a tough loop. About to pop in this car, hit the road. We have about an 11-hour drive back home. Let's get going. That sounds horrible. Let's try this one more time. I usually don't do this. I'm nervous because you're here and I've never done this in front of you before. To the Juniper. Dude, I'm gonna try this later. I'm tired of driving. We kind of run out of things to talk about. We told all of our weird stories. We shared our thoughts and ideas, our fears, our loves. I don't know. I'm just rambling right now. I'm not gonna use any of this. This is weird. It's getting weird. This sucks. I'm just telling you. This whole thing, this whole adventure, this part sucks. All right. You grab 2, I'll grab 1.
Yeah, right.
It's about 3:11 a.m. in the morning. Dude, what are we doing, man?